Giving kind of country, but I don't know, it's Cowboy Carter. We're starting off with a fresh face. We're going to something grown and sexy. We're going to a cooking class. We're going to be making Irish whiskey French toast. I've never made Irish whiskey French toast before, so this should be very, very fun. 2 days after Merry Christmas, so if I didn't tell you already, Merry Christmas. I'm gonna go ahead and layer my face with some primer, Milk Hydro Grip, Cellophane Fave. Place this in all of my areas that I just love for the makeup to adhere, which is basically underneath my eyes and my cheeks. So now I'm gonna go in with concealer, Power 28, also a fan fave, in the shade Pally. This is my fave, and I usually just use this to cover up my dark marks. That way I don't have to use too much foundation. I did end up getting a pimple over the break, so that was great. I'm definitely gonna cover that. Spot correction. I'm gonna take my beauty blender. She's a little dirty, but she's nice and damp, and we're just going to blend in everywhere we place concealer. And it's okay, honestly, if there's a bit of overlap. I haven't been in a very foundation-y mood lately. This is what I do to avoid having to use so much foundation. I usually like to do my eyebrows first, but this is the Thick It Stick It in NYX. I honestly am in the market for a new one badly. I've been using this one for years now. It would be nice to try something different, try something a little different. Anyways, while I'm doing my brows, let's catch up. I don't know if you know, but I did just finish my first semester of my second years. We're that much more closer to being a physician. So freaking happy to be done. That was a very, very stressful situation there. This last semester was stressful in another way. Second year is still stress, but it's a different type of stress because it's really, or at least the way that my curriculum is set up, is really just you looking in the mirror. If you want it, you do it. If you don't want it, then you chill. And I almost always want it, so I'm never chilling. In the meantime, in between time, how was everyone's Christmas? I hope you guys had a great time with your family and with your loved ones or alone, however it is that you like to spend Christmas. I really hope that you enjoyed yourself and took the time to just center and celebrate love, because that's what Christmas is for me. I would argue, although the stress was different this year, I still feel as though I balanced everything a lot better than I did last year. This year, for example, keeping up with my hobbies, running on a treadmill, running outside. I would say about like every block or every other exam, I will celebrate with my friends, go out to dinner, go painting, you know, just things that remind me that this will all be worth it. Some way or another, keep me being me, not being cooped up in a corner studying all the time. And although I did feel a little bit more stressed this year, I am also very much happy with my personal life school balance. I highly recommend, if you are currently thinking about going into medical school, or you've been accepted into medical school and you're like, what do I do? How should I prepare myself for what's ahead? I would say one of the things that you need to check off the list is definitely making sure that you have those hobbies or habits solidified. Those things that keep you sane and keep you healthy and keep you happy. Those things are going to get you through those tough periods where you really don't want to study, where you literally have to rely on discipline alone. Motivation may be there, and that motivation may be as simple as, I don't want to fail. But outside of that, you're going to need something else to help you to keep going, you know? Your yoga, your Pilates, hot girl walks, whatever it is, figure out a way to keep them going. Figure out a way to block out time. Another thing that I feel like saved me with keeping some type of sanity this year, being realistic. I'm known to make a heck of a to-do list, and on that to-do list, honey, there will be like 5 million things. An earlier version of me would have expected that I kept with, even when I was burnt out, or even when I was nearing being burnt out, or when I needed to rest or I needed sleep. And I'm only mentioning this because I don't want you guys to make the same mistake that I did. I love to check a box, okay? Don't overdo it. Be realistic. It's gonna help you so much. I totally just went on a rant and did not tell you guys what I was doing. So I did go in with the Tower 28 in the shade Pally. This was the one that I used to cover up my dark marks. And then I went in with the lighter shade, Tower 28 shade OC, which love her, leave her alone. My eyes, and you guys can kind of see, it still gives very much nice base. Actually not true to color right now on the camera, but this is orangey mauve. Tap my finger and then maybe do like a dab. And I used this on Christmas and it was very pretty, but it started to peel a little bit. So I want to make sure, mind you, we are under painting right now. So it's okay to make as many mistakes right now. Right now is a good time to make mistakes. The med school life, personal balance, pretty good. Able to be a good mom to my son. If anything, this year, I definitely picked up a lot more mom duty things, if that makes sense. For example, twice a week, my son goes to basketball. I knew that I wanted him to stay up to date with his sport. I didn't want med school to be something that stopped him from doing what he needed to do. He is still growing outside of medicine, outside of what I want to do with my life. So I definitely made it work. Look for coffee shops around the area, basically study while he was in basketball. Sometimes I was feeling it, sometimes I wasn't. Sometimes I studied and sometimes I did not. But the point is, I made med school work for me, not the other way around. Because if I did do it the other way around, I think I might quite literally have gone insane this year. Isn't that just so pretty, you guys see? It's so cute, so cute. The foundation I'm going to be using is the NARS Creamy, just kidding. This is the NARS, what is this one? Oh, here it is. This is the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Cadiz. She dirty, but come on. I'm just gonna take it near the bottom of my cheek. Again, y'all, I don't really like to use a lot of foundation and it's date night, you know, I don't know. We could get into a lot of, we'll start out with one location and then we might end up somewhere completely different. Next, we're gonna go in with a little bit of powder. Probably already know what powder I'm using. She dirty as well. Listen, makeup be Laura Mercier, Translucent Honey. I lied, we're not doing this now. We actually need to contour Deep Cinnamon, e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, Satin Finish. I'm gonna do like a dot blending and then I'm gonna take it up here into the temple. God, I just feel like I have to say this because I'm always going to keep it real with you guys when it comes to this whole med school thing. That was really cute. Did you see that? Anyway, what I was trying to say was, you know how high school was kind of like catty, a little bit petty, somewhat to an extent, right? And then you went to college and then you realize, oh my God, there's such a big sea. In high school, it feels like you're in this small pond, especially if you went to like a smaller school, or even if you went to a school in a big city. The point I'm trying to make, I still felt like I was in a pond, not a lot of fish. Everyone's kind of the same, very cliquey, right? When I got to college, oh my God, there's a sea. It's not a pond, it's an ocean. Woo! That's so much fun, right? I kid you not, being in medical school, I feel like I'm back in high school. It's crazy. So if you thought that med school was going to answer all of your wildest dreams, which it does really, especially if you want to go into medicine, but I would also caution you to prepare for some bit of high school tendencies and maybe a little clickiness when you get to medical school. At least that's just been my experience. Not saying that it's not a good time, because I'm clearly having a great time in medical school. Just be wary. She's always going to keep it real. Always going to keep it real. Take my beauty blender and just go back and forth. She cute or whatever. We like her. Nice little button nose. We love a button nose. Okay, lastly, we're going to go in with our bronzer and our blush. So the bronzer that I'm using is this NYX. Honestly, if you can't tell that I love, okay, I broke her, but honestly, it wasn't me that broke her. It was TSA. You guys can see that I literally have hit pan. I love this stuff. I see no need to buy anything else but this, honestly. This is my favorite. And this is the NYX matte bronzer in the shade tan, if I'm not, no, it's medium. Medium is what I like. The NYX Sweet Cheeks, and this is their matte bronzer and the shade Big Bang. I don't really know if I'm a fan of this guy, but I feel like the combination of the bronzer and this should make for a very, very cutesy, whoopsie. Do you see this arm? Girl, do not play with me, okay? I've been going to Orange Theory. Listen, I'm not playing around this year. I'm not playing around. I'm not even playing around in 2025, but I definitely wasn't playing around this year. I'm gonna be healthy when I finish medical school. I have heard so many physicians tell me that they let themselves go during medical school. They didn't go to the doctor. They didn't take care of themselves. They didn't go to the dentist. They didn't do any of those things. And I am determined not to be that medical student. I did not put any makeup on my forehead, but that's because my hair is about to be all up in my face. And also, who will clock me? I'm gonna go ahead and do some lashes off camera. I'm gonna see you guys in just a sec. We're gonna get dressed together. Okay guys, and this is the final look. Kind of like cowgirl. I think I don't know, chill look. We're going to cook. So this from ASOS. This is, you guys are familiar with this. This is from Amazon. And then this from ASOS as well. This is from their 8 Other Reasons collection or brand, I guess, if they have one there. And then I also have this necklace. This is also from Amazon. This, I think, also is from Amazon. It's giving kind of country, but I don't care. Cowboy Carter. So freaking cute. This is the jacket. Do we kind of get the vibe? Feeling cute. Let's go cook. Hey guys, so change of events. Well, you guys know how we were supposedly going to a cooking class. We were going to be making Irish whiskey French toast. Much to my surprise, we're in fact not making French toast. We're headed to another reservation because they canceled. And who checks their freaking email on Christmas? They sent me an email on Christmas.
Most people have their email notification.
My phone is on DND always. You know why? Because I'm a med student and I don't want to talk.
Well, it's probably good because they had us in a tent.
Okay, well, oh yeah, let's talk about that. So I'm gonna insert some footage so you guys can see like what the venue. It was at Shipped Garden, which honestly isn't a bad idea. Sometimes we are old grandma and grandpa for a cooking class to be intense. What type of bathroom was that? The bathroom?
Porta-john?
It was a porta-john.
It was a nice one though.
Not a porta potty. It was a porta-john. And honestly, it was good vibes there, but I was just trying to understand, like, it was more like festival vibes, more like fair vibes, you know what I mean? Not, I'm going to do a cooking class and you're going to teach me how to make French toast.
Yeah, it was like Southern Fair.
Southern Fair. It was giving Southern Festival, which,
Trash.
Again, I'm not upset with. I'm from the South, but what? And you emailed me on a Christmas day saying that it was canceled. I didn't even see the email, y'all. It was not a cheap date. It was very expensive. And I paid for this and they canceled. And I don't even know if my money was refunded, but we're trying to make the most out of the night. Anyway, so now we are headed